Listen to this one.
I kind of want to hear Love of My Life.
Okay, you want to hear Love of Your Life. You've heard good things.
I've heard good things. Yeah.
I will admit, again, I cheated. I heard the album before stream. I have not heard the second album, though. I have not heard the additional double album. And I did think Love of My Life was one of the better songs on the record. So let's hear it and see if chat feels the same way. Maybe chat will hate it. Let's hear it out. Love of My Life.
Who's gonna stop us from waltzing back into rekindled flames? If we know the steps anyway, we embroidered the memories of the time I was away. Stitching, we were just kids, babe. I said I don't mind, it takes time. I thought I was better safe than starry-eyed. I felt a glow like this, never before and never since. If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. You and I go from one kiss to getting married, still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried in your suit and tie, in the nick of time. When your impressionist paintings of heaven turned out to be fakes, well, you took me to hell too. If you know it in one glimpse, it's legendary. What we thought was for all time was momentary, still alive, killing time at the cemetery, never quite buried. You cinephile in black and white, all those plot twists and dynamite. Mr. Steal your girl, then make her cry. You said I'm the love of your life. You shit talked me under the table, talking rings and talking cradles. I wish I could unrecall how we almost had it all. Dancing phantoms on the terrace, are they secondhand embarrassed that I can't get out of bed? Cause something counterfeit's dead. It was legendary. I'm combing through the braids of lies. I'll never leave, never mind. Our field of dreams engulfed in fire. Your arsons match your somber eyes, and I'll still see it until I die. You're the loss of my life.
Okay, yes, it's true. As Chad has pointed out, I am, in fact, Mr. Steal Your Girl.
We knew it.
Taylor just didn't want to name me by name in the song.
Yeah.
You know, she just didn't want to say, you know, it doesn't, Anthony Fantano doesn't roll off the tongue like that, you know? But thoughts on that? Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I got chills. I got chills at multiple points. I thought
got
that it
chills?
was really sad at certain points, and you know, when she switches it from Love of My Life to Loss of My Life, I thought that was really cute. But oof, yeah.
I mean, having heard the record, I do think it has some of the most solid lyrics on the entire album. And on top of it, you know, even though it is a slower song, I feel like a lot of her kind of like verse to chorus transition, her classic Swiftian songwriting formulae, it's at work. You
It's
know,
there.
I feel like I could hear this with some faster guitars in the background, like Fearless era production behind it.
Yeah.
Like when "Da-na-na-na-na-na," you know, it's
Yeah.
like, you know, when and the drums going harder, like underneath that, like she's really consistent, you know, even though we're kind of switching instrumental palettes and everything. Like this just feels like songwriting wise, classic Swift in a lot of different ways. And, you know, again, I think it's one of the more standout songs on the record. That being said, Chad is begging that we play the song Florida,
Oh.
which is one of my least favorite songs on the record.
Oh.
So things get kooky on this album. So
Things get crazy?
let's hear it and you tell me what you think.
All right, I've got
So
the
here we
lyrics
go.
up.
Here's Florida with Florence.
You can beat the heat if you beat the charges too. And my friends all smell like weed or little babies. And the city reeks of driving myself crazy. Little did you know your home's really only a town you're just a guest in. So you work your life away just to pay for a timeshare down in Destin. Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, can I use you?
The hurricane was my name when it came. I got drunk and I dared it to wash me away. Barricaded in the bathroom with a bottle of wine. Well, me and my ghost, we had a hell of a time. Yes, I'm haunted, but I'm feeling just fine. All my girls got their lace and their crimes, and your cheating husband disappeared. Well, no one asks any questions here. So I did my best to lay to rest all of the bodies that have ever been on my body, and in my mind they sink into the swamp. Is that a bad thing to say in a song? Little did you know you're hungry, only the town you'll get arrested. So you pack your life away just to wait out the shitstorm back in Texas. Florida is one hell of a drug. Florida, can I use you? Oh, I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I've got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. At least the dolls are beautiful, fuck me out, Florida. I need to forget, so take me to Florida. I got some regrets, I'll bury them in Florida. Tell me I'm despicable, say it's unforgivable. What a crash, what a rush, fuck me out, Florida. It's one hell of a drug. It's one hell of a drug. Love loves me like this, and I don't want to exist. So take me to Florida.
Are you digging this?
No.
Okay, chat says no. I'm saying no.
Oh no.
Fuck me up, Florida! Like, Jesus
Why?
Christ. Like, what are these reference points?
I don't understand.
A timeshare down in Destin?
Like,
And why is Florence and the Machine here? Like, on this track particularly?
she doesn't fit on the song either. It's
Florida! Like, my God.
okay.
Yeah, I'm just they're just not selling me on the idea. Like I sort of see the vision. I get how somebody could like get drunk out of their mind, like hanging around the Panhandle
Yeah.
at a timeshare, and maybe they have a fling and something crazy goes on. But you're not selling me on the idea. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not sold.
It seems like a you had to be there situation.
Exactly.
And they're singing about it like it's basically the gates of heaven. And it's like, no, you just had a crazy time and you were there and it was good for you.
In Destin.
But we're not in Destin. Down in Mar-a-Lago,
Yeah.
you had fun there, but the rest of us are just kind of fine where we are, Okay, let's move on. All right, here we go. We're getting down bad.
Did you really beat me up in a cloud of sparkling dust just to do experiments on? Tell me I was the chosen one. Showed me that this world is bigger than us, then sent me back where I came from. Now I'm down bad, crying at the gym. Everything comes out, teenage petulance. Fuck it if I can't have him. might just die. It would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Staring at the sky, come back and pick me up. Fuck it if I can't have us in a field in my same old town that somehow seems so hollow now. They'll say I'm nuts if I talk about the existence of you. Now I'm down bad, crying.
All right, obviously Chad is not enjoying it. Are you vibing?
I was vibing. As someone who's always down bad, I'm down up right now.
Okay, we can continue, but I have to ask. I have to prod.
Okay.
Like, does it not at all feel a bit outlandish? I mean, we understand, we get generally broadly like the concept of being down bad.
Yes.
But like, does it at all feel weird to you to sort of like plug this into a weird alien abduction narrative? And it's like with all the references to like spaceships and the cosmos and being experimented on, like to you, does that track? Does that connect? Or does that feel like just kind of out of nowhere?
It's a little strange, but I kind of see what she's doing. I can get where she's at. It's a little out there, but I can get there. Let's get down.
Lying at the gym, everything comes out. Teenage petulance, fuck it if I can't have him. I might just die, it would make no difference. Down bad, waking up in blood. Like I lost my twin. Fuck it if I can't have him. Down bad, waving at the ship. Fuck it if I can't have him. I loved your hostile takeovers, encounters closer and closer. All your indecent exposures. How dare you say that it's? I'll build you a fort on some planet where they can all understand.
All right, I can't stand Jack Antonoff's weird sci-fi shit that he's doing. Like, just play it straight, Jack. This just sounds like Midnights, but with silly sci-fi sounds. And does it not just kind of feel like a Midnight's Leftover?
It does. It feels
Like-
very Midnight's Leftover.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like bombastic or like explosive in any way.
Yeah.
That was kind of cute and quirky for sure. And they're aliens, so
And they're aliens.
yeah.
It just sounds like a weird like writing exercise. Make a love song, but like aliens. And Taylor's like, bet. I got the assignment.
I
I'll do
got
it. I'm gonna get
this.
an A+ on this project. Let's hear So Long London.
we go.
Let's hear what this one's got.
I saw in my mind fairy lights through the mist. I kept calm and carried the weight of the rift. Pulled him in tighter each time he was drifting away. My spine split from carrying us up the hill. Thinking, how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? Oh, the tragedy. So long, London, you'll find someone. I didn't opt in to be your odd man out. Great things about. I left all I knew, you left me at the house by the heath. I stopped CPR, and I'm pissed off you let me give you all that youth for free. For so long, London. And you say I abandoned the ship, but I was going down with it. My white knuckle dying grip, holding tight to your quiet resentment. And my friend said it isn't right to be scared. Every day a love affair, every breath feels like rarest air. When you're not sure if he wants to be there. So how much sad did you think I had? Did you think I had in me? How much tragedy? Just how low did you think I'd go for? I'd self-implode for. I'd have to go be free. You swore that you loved me, but where were the clues? I died on the altar waiting for the proof. You sacrificed us to the gods of your bluest days. And I'm just getting color back into my face. just mad as hell 'cause I loved this place for so long. London, two graves, one gone. You'll find someone.
Emma, vibing to that?
God damn it, no.
No?
Like, no.
No vibes? That's kind of weird because chat, that was a positive poll in the chat.
Chat was loving it, but like I have some notes. Like
Yeah. What are the notes?
notes are, I mean, from a Swiftie perspective, first intro, like the first couple seconds of the song sounds a lot like Death by a Thousand Cuts, which is supposedly also about Joe. Some of the lyrics I liked, you know, there was this one part where she was like, the rarest air is so hard for someone that doesn't want to be there. I liked that a lot. But that beat was just really boring, and like so was the chorus. Like it was just really, ugh.
I don't disagree. So chat's like, who's Joe? Who's Joe? I mean, but with that reference to the intro there, maybe it's conscious and she's adding to the Joe verse.
Maybe.
But no, I agree on the instrumental though. You know, to me, where the song fails, and look, I think she has some compelling lyrics throughout the track, and I think that you know, the vocal melodies in the verses are solid too. But the thing is, like, the whole song is like this endless buildup of tension, and you don't actually ever release it at any point. It's like it's kind of edging you to a chorus that never quite comes, or like some kind of resolution that never really happens. It, you know, sort of like starts to ramp up a little bit as she's kind of singing that "So Long London" refrain, which almost sounds like a pre-chorus.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It seems like it's kind of bringing you there. The first time I heard it, I was like, oh, she's doing one of those cool things where it's like you hear them edge to the chorus a little bit the first time around, and then maybe they bring it back harder the second time, but it never actually happens.
No.
And it's like, what, you know, this is like songwriting 101. What are you doing? You know, it's like, and it's not exactly like she's doing it super experimental and kind of like sidestepping songwriting conventions to do something weird and out there. It's just, again, endless tension building without any actual resolution. And yeah, I just feel like the song is worse for it. So let's give the first two tracks on this thing a listen. Here we go.
Okay, there we go.
Went away, but they forgot to come and get me. I was a functioning alcoholic till nobody noticed, and no one here's to blame. But what about your quiet treason? And for a fortnight, their neighbors, your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her. All my mornings are Mondays stuck in an endless February. And I love you, it's ruining my life. I touched you for only a fortnight. For a fortnight there we were, forever running to you. Sometimes ask about the weather. Now you're in my backyard, turned into good neighbors. Your wife waters flowers. I wanna kill her. And for a fortnight there at the mailbox, turned into good neighbors. My husband is cheating. I wanna kill him. I love you, it's ruining my life. You, it's ruining my life. You, I search you. But you won't pick up another fortnight lost in America. See you touch, let it fall. But you won't pick up another fortnight lost in America. Move to Florida, buy the car you want, but it won't start up till I touch you.
A car that won't stop until you touch somebody is fucked up, number one. Number two, I don't care how many times she brings it up. I'm not moving to Florida.
Has she been going to Florida? A
She's
lot?
just been going to Florida. She's just really hype about Florida. Again,
Loves
it
Florida.
still sounds like a you had to be there kind of thing, you know? Like, I don't know. But Jack is really kind of keeping her in the 80s. He's like, sorry, Taylor, I'm locking you away in the 80s. Every song you come out with is going to sound like it's from the 1980s. What did you think about the track? Did you vibe with it?
I actually like that one a lot more than the last one for sure. I don't know. I thought it had like a nice like groove to it. Definitely reminded me of the 1975 a little bit. Like kind of really like I think if there was like an influence on that, maybe
Intro vocal was a little Lana too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. A little bit of like older XX. Yeah, I like that. I don't know why they did that to Post Malone's voice.
Yeah, he really like layered it up and pitched it, and it just sounds nutty.
His voice is beautiful. I don't know why they do that. It's
I don't know. Maybe it's an insecurity thing. I really have no idea.
could be.
But I mean, you know, that's another example of a song on the record that I think would sound a lot better. Like if you can get some Red era drums and guitars behind it instead, it would just have so much more punch to it.
Yep.
And maybe I would want to go to Florida. But, you know, with this like stale, frigid, cold, stiff, spacey 1980s new wave thing, it doesn't make me feel Floridian.
No Florida.
I'm not feeling the Florida vibes. It's not under the sun energy. Do not go to Florida. Chat's telling me not to go. I'm not going to go.
Aw.
Yeah, she got Antonoved.
She can jump.
Terri-
She can go with Jack for sure.
Terrible. All right, well, let's hear this title track with the Charlie Puth shout out.
I'm ready.
Are you ready for Charlie Puth to be a bigger artist?
I have been waiting for the day that Light Switch was gonna be a huge song.
You know, I feel like Taylor's fucking bullshitting us because, like, if this is really how she felt, where's the Charlie feature? Where's it? Even on the entire second half of the extra album, no Charlie feature. You know, put your money where your mouth is. You know, it's one thing to shout Charlie Puth out. You know, it's another thing to have him all over your record and collab to a whole album.
I really love Charlie Puth, but he's not going to be on my record.
Imagine Charlie Puth crushing on Taylor Swift silently, and then he just gets friend zoned. She's like, I think he's a good artist.
Yeah.
He should be bigger. Charlie's like,
Like, okay,
I want to be big in your heart, Taylor.
oh, you love me.
I don't just want to be big on the charts.
I'm gonna turn you on like a light switch.
I'm crying in F sharp right now. My moans sound like a B flat. All right,
4/4.
let's give this song a listen. Here we go. The Tortured Poets Department. Oh, these drums. Why does he use these drums on every goddamn track? Is it gated? Is it reverbed? Does it sound like the 80s? Drop it. That's Jack. Drop it. Jesus
That is
Christ.
You left your typewriter at my apartment, straight from the tortured poets department. I think some things I never say, like who uses typewriters anyway, but you're in self-sabotage mode. And who's gonna know you if not me? I laughed in your face and said, you're not Dylan Thomas, I'm not Patti Smith. This ain't the Chelsea Hotel, we're modern idiots. And who's gonna hold you like me? Nobody. No fucking body. Nobody. You smoked then, ate 7 bars of chocolate. We declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist. I scratch your head, you fall asleep like a tattooed golden retriever.
Vibin'?
Oh no.
Vibin'?
No, we're
No.
in pain. We're in pain.
You're in pain?
Yeah. I'm
Chat's
in
hating
pain.
this one. Chat is hating this one.
Severely.
You know, I'll say before you say anything, and I'll let you riff. I'll let you go crazy. But I just feel like this song is like one of the weirdest inadvertent self-owns on the album. Like, look, I know where the fuck I am. I'm on a Taylor Swift record. I know I'm not at the Chelsea Hotel. If it was, the poetry would be better. I know this is not Patti Smith. You know? Like I really do truly. Oh, a Hassan raid of 7,000 people.
Golden retriever.
You know, honestly, if somebody did that scenario, if you right now, if you smoked and you ate 7 bars of chocolate and whatever you smoked, I mean, it would have to be crack. Let's get that out of the way. And then you said Charlie Puth needs to be bigger. I'd say get the fuck out of my house. I would say get out.
Leave.
Leave.
Get out. Go home.
And never come back. Lose my address. Lose my email. I'm blocking you on everything. I'm never talking to you again. This is annoying behavior. This is just like, it's just funny that like she's trying to do this almost like, I'm going to tell this crazy, you know, chaotic Phoebe Bridgers type story of just, you know, conversations and interactions I'm having with this quirked up fucker I'm into.
Oh my God.
And, you know, we're going to talk about quirked up shit. And, you know, but the thing is like, it's just falling flat on its face because it doesn't even come off genuinely quirky. It just comes across weird and annoying. You know, this is like, this is not weird art student kids having crazy conversations. This is like after school at drama club, you know, this is like at Magic the Gathering club at school.
Yeah.
After, you know, it's like, you know, the kid who doesn't shower that often ate 7 bars of chocolate. And some other weirdos like, I think Charlie Puth is really great. He has perfect pitch. You know, I've seen his TikTok.
That's
like this. Yeah, this is a mess. This is just a mess.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, you don't like it. I don't like it. Chad doesn't like it. I feel like I put them through severe pain running that last line back.
What is a tattooed golden retriever?
A tattooed gold. You haven't heard like golden retriever boyfriend?
That I know.
You know.
Yeah, that I get.
But he's like that kind of boyfriend, but he's tattooed.
He's tattooed up. Okay.
He's tattooed.
All right.
So he's a golden retriever, but he's a bad boy.
Bad boy.
He's a
okay.
bit spicy. He's got that bad boy edge. Ugh. Let's listen to But Daddy, I Love Him.
But Daddy, love him.
Which narratively I will spoil.
Okay.
Because it's just pretty much Taylor arguing with her audience for getting mad at her for dating Maddie Healy in the first place.
Okay.
So it's basically her just being like, I should be able to do what the fuck I want to do.
She's like
you know?
defending herself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
very indignantly,
Oh.
I may add. So you might find this one interesting.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's hit it.
I forget how the West was won. I forget if this was ever fun. I just learned these people only raise you to cage you. Screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know it's crazy, running with my dress unbuttoned, screaming, but daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see your faces. I'm turning to Flora through the fences. No, I'm not coming to my senses. I know he's crazy, but he's the one I want. I'll tell you something right now. I'd rather burn my whole life down than listen to one more second of all this bitching and moaning. I'll tell you something about my good name. It's mine alone to disgrace. I don't cater to all these vipers dressed in empire clothing.
Okay, are you
Wow,
vibing?
no.
No, not at
No,
all?
Not at all.
Not even a little?
No, and
Wha-
I'm really upset about it.
You're really upset about it?
really
Why are you upset about it? Tell me. Talk your
No.
talk. Spill the tea.
I didn't want to believe it, when I heard and we talked earlier and, you shared your thoughts. I didn't want to believe it. I was like, no, I'm sure it's good. It's impossible. No, it'll be good. But this is like the cringiest, horniest thing.
Wait, did you say the cringiest, horniest thing?
Corniest.
Corniest.
Corniest thing I've ever heard. It's
What-
so bad.
Okay, what? Wait, are you talking about the album generally or just this song?
Like both.
Okay,
This-
but
this song is-
what's making you hate this song specifically?
The Daddy I Love Him is really corny, obviously. Like running with my shirt unbuttoned is just like corny. Like all the kind of like little, metaphors sprinkled throughout. Like they're so on the nose.
What about the "I'm having his baby" line, but I'm not?
It's just on the nose. It's like embarrassing. Like, oh, like look at what I did. Like, look at your faces. Like,
I'll say this. I feel like this is a track that I feel like I do react to negatively, but simultaneously, I feel like has boatloads of potential. Like, I think Taylor has one of the most passionate vocal performances on the entire record on here.
okay.
Whereas I'm not as crazy about some of the kind of, dour moments on the album that I feel like could have, and honestly, like her fighting with her audience for whatever reason that she is, valid or not valid. It seems like she's actually got a bit of a passion, in it that is kind of lacking in some of these other tracks. And one other thing that's kind of holding me back from liking it is I just feel like Jack fucked up her vocals bad.
Yeah.
They're just needlessly stacked up in a way that makes them sound more artificial than they actually are. Like I just feel like leaving her at a space where she just has a more natural sounding vocal would just make the emotional the emotional quality of her performance ring out that much more. But instead, he's got to stack up every freaking vocal and just like kind of twist it around so it sounds like she's a goddamn Taylor bot.
Right.
And it's like, ugh,
She doesn't
it's
need
just
that.
aesthetically hideous. And her music just should sound more beautiful and mature at this point in her career.
Yeah.
But instead it just sounds messy and childish and sloppy and just unflattering. She just needs to start working with somebody else. I mean, obviously Jack has boatloads of talent that I won't deny and that I love hearing contribute to lots of albums that I enjoy.
Yeah.
But I just feel like together they've hit a wall in terms of what they can do together, at least at this point where they're just constantly on top of each other working all the time. I feel like they need a break.
They could use a break. They could use a break for sure because they're coming up with song titles like this.
That's another. If anybody needs to break up, it's them. They need to break up.
They're
And
the
then-
breakup.
and then maybe come together later. But like even Lana, like she obviously had her high points with Jack.
Oh yeah.
But even she realized after some time, it's like I need to work with somebody else.
Yeah.
I need to do other things.
She knows when to say goodbye.
Right, exactly.
Completely.
It's like Taylor needs to move on and do a different thing. Because again, there's so many moments on this that just feel like midnights all over again, but worse.
And indignant too, you were right for sure. I am curious about I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. I've been hearing a lot about that one.
Okay, yeah, we can listen to that one. That's an interesting one for sure. All right, here we go. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart.
I can read your mind, 'cause I'm a real tough kid. I can handle my shit. They said, babe, you gotta fake it till you make it, and I did. Lights, camera, bitch, smile, even when you wanna die. He said he loved me all his life, but that life was too short. Breaking down, I hit the floor. All the pieces of me shattered as the crowd was chanting more. I was grinning like I'm winning. I was hitting my marks, 'cause I can do it with a broken heart. I'm so depressed, I act like it's my birthday every day. I'm so obsessed with him, but he avoids me like the plague. I cry a lot, but I am so productive. It's an art. You know you're good when you can't even do it with a broken heart. I can hold my breath. Lights, camera, bitch, smile. Insta letters for miles. He
vibe into this one?
I actually really like this one.
You
Yeah,
like this one?
I
Okay.
do. I do.
What are you liking about it?
The lyrics. A lot of the lyrics are really endearing, sweet, clever. You know, I love him. It really made me laugh. I'm so depressed. I act like it's my birthday every day. Like I thought that was really funny. One part where she says, I was told to hold my breath. I've been doing it since he left. I thought that was cute too. So I thought the lyrics were a lot better on here.
Yeah, I mean, narratively, I don't mind the idea of like, I have lots of things going on in my life. I'm sad. I'm breaking up with people. Da 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 da. But simultaneously, I still have to perform. I still have to do this. I still have to do that. You know, I mean, I get it. You know, as far as like her kind of like getting meta and kind of pulling the curtain back a little bit and referencing what she does, like it's not bad. I'm just not really crazy about the beat on this one. To me, it's got like this Blue Man Group ass thing going on. The like I have no idea.
Not the
Like
Blue Man
like
Group.
we were laughing at that meme earlier.
Yeah.
Where it was like Taylor's like, oh, I'm depressed, and here comes Jack Antonoff with the worst beat ever. I feel
Yeah.
like this was the song that they
This
were
is
thinking
definitely
of.
the song that
Like
he
this
was
was the track that they had in mind when they made that beat. Like, you know, I feel like this is the track that makes that meme make sense.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know? So I
makes
mean, I'm just really not crazy about what he's doing with his vocals and with this beat on this one. But I like the narrative. I don't mind like what the story she's trying to convey. But like I'm just really not crazy about what he did with this instrumentally. But this this track ends in a very interesting way.
Oh,
though.
does it?
Yeah, there's like, yeah, she kind of starts like less singing and starts talking in this very matter-of-factly way, and she ends it like this.
You know you're good. I'm miserable.
Because I'm miserable.
And nobody knows. Try and cover my job.
Yo, that was the last line. She said, try and come for my job. Try and come for my job? That's literally how she ends that song.
I'm vibing with that too.
Try
That's
and come for my
awesome.
job, okay? Like
Try. Try to be me. She
the
says.
first verse Jet said she's losing it. It's like a little bit, yeah. Like I kind of do worry about her a little bit. Like
Yeah.
who's trying to replace Taylor Swift? You know?
Clearly she thinks so. Clearly she.
Is she paranoid?
I think she might be.
Is she suffering from delusional paranoid delusions?
Yeah.
Like
Maybe that's what this track is actually secretly about.
what is going on in the Swift home?
She's tortured.
Just try and come for my job. Well, I mean, hey, listen. Pop girlies, you heard her. It's a threat. It's a challenge. She says, I dare you. She says, I fucking dare you. And then she flexed on it. All right, let's hear the smallest man who ever lived. All right, here we go. Ba-boom.
Was any of it true? You tried to buy some pills from a friend of friends of mine. They just ghosted you. Now you know what it feels like. And I don't even want you back, I just want to know if rusting my sparkling summer was the goal. And I don't miss what we had, but could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? Could someone give a message to the smallest man who ever lived? Were you sent by someone who wanted me dead? Did you sleep with a gun underneath our bed? Were you writing a book? Were you a sleeper cell spy? In 50 years will all this be declassified? And you'll confess why you did it, and I'll say good riddance, 'cause it wasn't sex you wanted, it wasn't for crashed my party and your rental car. You said normal girls were boring, but you were gone by the morning. You kicked out the stage lights, but you're still performing. And in plain sight you hid, but you are what you did. And I'll forget you, but I'll never forgive the smallest man who ever lived.
Someone in the chat said K-Dot has 24 hours to respond. No, he does. Everybody's coming at him now. Drake, Tay-Tay. Thoughts on that track?
I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. It definitely picked up towards the end and kind of like exploded into like a nice way. I feel like some of the songs, like we were saying, just like we're building to nothing, and this
Right.
actually built to something. So
Sure.
I liked that. Overall, again, some corny lyrics that I just can't deal with, but
You know, I agree with what you're saying. You know, I feel like it builds up well. I like the climactic finish. I think vocally the performance is good. It's on point. I feel like, you know, and a lot of people obviously, you know, have differing opinions on this because this is often used as a mode of attacking Taylor Swift. But I feel like she is in her bag when she's hating men.
yeah.
You know, she is. I mean, guys, get the fuck over it. Taylor Swift, some people are in their creative bag when they're hating men, and it just is what it is. Okay? Now, with that being said, I feel like she sets it all up really nicely, but once things really start like firing on all cylinders, that's when she starts dropping like the biggest self-owns on the song. Like she's like, you said normal girls are boring, but then you were gone by the morning. And it's like, okay, well,
Well,
you know,
what do we have here?
he's a man of his word, maybe. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, maybe there's a reason he said that. You know, you want to go hang out in Florida. He does not. You know, it's like there's just like some lines that are hard to swallow once she starts like really getting angry. And again, speaking of kind of the paranoia of the previous track,
Yeah.
she's like, were you a sleeper cell? Did you sleep with a gun under the bed? Who sent you here? And it's like,
I was like, oh,
you know, maybe there's no greater narrative here. Maybe this guy kind of came as advertised,
Yeah.
you know, like maybe everybody was warning you. Maybe everybody was saying something for a reason.
saying it for a reason. Yeah, exactly. So you didn't need to be so angry about it.
Right. You know, the signs were there,
They were all there.
like Alien reference, Signs, film, Mel
I
Gibson,
love that movie.
Abduction,
It's like one of my favorite movies.
Tortured Poets Society. It is a great movie.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear The Black Dog since chat's asking for it. I'm hoping the second half of the record is better than the first. I'm hoping.
I'm begging for it to be
I'm
better.
begging for it to be better than the first. Let's hear it out. Ba-bam.
I am someone who, until recent events, you shared your secrets with. In your location, you forgot to turn it off. How you don't miss me in the Black Dog when someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the magic fabric of our treatment. Old habits die screaming. I move through the world with a heart broken. My longings stay unspoken. I just don't understand how you don't miss me in the shower and remember how my rain-soaked body was shaking. Do you hate me? Was it hazing for a cruel fraternity I pledged and I still mean it? Old habits die screaming. 6 weeks of breathing clean air, I still miss the smoke. Were you making jetty in the black dog. When someone plays the starting line and you jump up, but she's too young to know this song that was intertwined in the tragic fabric of our dreaming. 'Cause tail between your legs, you're leaving. I still can't believe it. 'Cause old habits die, scream.
Okay, I'll say this. I feel like Aaron Dessner production is just a big step up.
Oh yeah.
It's just a big step up. She just sounds so much more natural, so much more regular. She just sounds more in her element to me. This one is Jack too. Okay, cool. Why did the rest of Jack's instrumentals on this sound awful? Okay. Sorry, I'm a bit distracted here. I'm sorry. I'm not functioning with all of my brain cells on this, and I'll tell you in a second. But Emma, any thoughts on that to add?
Much better. Really enjoyed that. I just felt like that reminded me of how much fun it can be listening to a Taylor Swift song, like a really fun chorus, a great bridge, relatable lyrics, and it kind of just felt like coming back to what I like about her. And it wasn't as, frustrating.
Coming back to home base.
Yeah, just about.
All right. So high school. Is that the one with the GTA lyric? Oh God.
Oh.
Maybe that one. Okay, let's hear it out. So high school.
So high school.
Okay, boom. She also has a song on. There's a song in here titled "I Look in People's Windows." Taylor, what the fuck?
Oh.
I feel so high school every time I look at you. I wanna find you in a crowd just to hide from you. And in the blink of a crinkling eye, I'm thinking our fingers entwined, cheeks pink in the twinkling lights. Tell me about the first time you saw me. I'll drink what you think and I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night. The brink of a wrinkle in time, bittersweet 16 suddenly. Truth, dare, spin bottles. You know how to ball, I know Aristotle. Brand new, full throttle. Teach me what your bros play, Grand Theft Auto. It's true, swear, scouts, honor. You know what she wanted and boy, you got her. Brand new, full throttle. You already know, babe.
Which Grand Theft Auto do you think they're playing?
GTA 3.
GTA 3? Yeah. I respect it. Yeah.
Feel like laughing in the middle of practice. Do that impression you did of your dad again. I'm hearing voices like a madman, and in the blink of a crinkling eye, I'm sinking our fingers entwined, cheeks pink in the twinkling light. Tell me about the first time you saw me. I'll drink what you think and I'm high from smoking your jokes all damn night. The brink of a wrinkle in time, bittersweet 16 suddenly. I'm watching.
Okay, no, sorry. I have to stop this. I have to stop this. No, I mean, genuinely, I'm enjoying this instrumentally.
Yeah.
Like I am vibing with it more than how all the other tracks on the first half of the album are sounding.
Yeah.
Oh no. Like, I'm sorry. These lyrics here, I'm not even like, I'm surprised people were kind of pulling from the GTA thing.
People were liking it.
No. I'm watching American Pie with you on a Saturday night. Your friends are around, so be quiet. I'm trying to stifle my sighs because I like, what? Ew! Stop it! What? Excuse me?
Oh.
What? Your friends are around. I'll be quiet. Ah! Ew! Ew! Stop it!
I will say, parts of it I liked, some lyrics I liked, some lyrics I really are making me feel embarrassed for sure.
My skin is crawling, and I'm a horny freak motherfucker. This is weird.
It's not hitting in the way that she wants it to.
Right? It's not. I mean, maybe for somebody, but like, what? Ugh.
Who's getting butterflies from this? Like,
Yeah.
Who's getting butterflies from this imagery? Who is like skipping, thinking to Grand Theft Auto? In
Yeah.
American
Do that.
Pie?
Do that impression of your dad again. Like, what is that supposed to insinuate? Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Jesus. Ew.
oh, it's so
like-
sad. But again, some lyrics I liked, some parts I liked a little more than others.
Okay. This is demented. Okay. The bolter. Whatever the bolter does, I guess. The bolter.
By all accounts, she almost drowned when she was 6 in frigid water.
That's how the movie Immaculate starts
Oh yeah, I've never seen that.
with Sydney Sweeney.
Oh, okay. Little Sydney Sweeney shout out.
Shout out to Sydney.
Shout out Sydney Sweeney. We love her, don't we?
Here we go.
And I can confirm she made a curious child, ever reviled by everyone except her own father. Nicknamed her the Bolter. Started with a kiss, oh we must stop beating like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding out the drive one evening. Ended with the slam of a door, then he'll call her a whore. Wish he wouldn't be sore, but as she was leaving, it felt like breathing. All her fucking lives flashed before her eyes. It feels like the time she fell through the ice, then came out alive. He was a cat, wanted her bad, just like any good trophy hunter. And she likes the way it tastes, taming a bear, making him care, watching him jump then pulling him under. And at first blush this is fate, when it's all roses, portrait poses, Central Park Lake and tiny rowboats. What a charming Saturday, that's when she sees the littlest leaks down on the floorboards, and she just knows. She's been many places with men of many faces. First they're off to the races, and she's laughing, drawing aces, but none of it is changing. That the chariot is waiting, hearts are hers for the breaking. There's escape in escaping. Started with a kiss, oh we must stop beating like this, but it always ends up with a town car speeding out the drive one evening. And I with the slam of a door, but she's got the best stories. You can be sure that as she was leaving, it felt like freedom. She fell through the ice.
I feel like I'm gonna have to do my own, like a totally separate review for the second half of this thing.
Yeah.
It feels like it's its own totally different world, which is not a bad thing. All right, let's try I'm Gonna Get You Back.
Yeah.
No spaces. No caps, no spaces.
No space, no caps.
Anti-MF Doom style. Let's hear it out.
Lilac short skirt, the one that fits me like skin.
Ooh. Going crazy.
Yeah.
Did your research, you knew the price going in. Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike, I Haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna curse you out or take you back to my house, I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes, will make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you were never not mine. Small talk, big love, but I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna flip you off or pull you into the closet, I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes, will make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you were never not mine. I can feel it coming, humming in the way you move. Push the reset button, we're becoming something new. Say you got somebody else, say I got someone too. Even if it's handcuffed, I'm leaving here with you. Bygones will be bygone, eras fading into vain. Grab all the pieces, but still wanna play the game. Told my friends I hate you, but I love you just the same. Pick your poison, babe, I'm poison either way. Whether I'm gonna be your wife or gonna smash up your bike, I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna get you back. Whether I'm gonna curse you out or take you back to my house, I haven't decided yet, but I'm gonna get you back. I hear the whispers in your eyes, will make you wanna think twice. You'll find that you were never not mine. I'm gonna get you back.
You know,
Feeling the vengeance or no?
did that remind you of the Olivia Rodrigo song?
That's a lot of people are pointing out. I mean, I
Okay.
feel like it feels like I don't know what to say about it. It's obviously like people are going to make that connection, and she knows that people are going to make that connection, but it's also just like kind of on the second half of the record, and it makes you kind of think like, is she kind of giving her a nod? Is she kind of just like stealing her thing? Is it just a leftover that she's not taking that seriously, and that's why it's on the second half? It's kind of, it's difficult to read the tea leaves,
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting because when Olivia did it, I thought that was a really cute and like clever, take on wanting someone back.
Right.
And it's pretty, just reading the lyrics, it's pretty on the nose, like exactly what she did.
Yeah.
So that was interesting. I liked the song. I did, despite, that weird similarity.
Play the prophet. I will, the prophecy, and then I'm starting to
You're starting to,
I'm starting to
You're starting to tap out.
I'm starting to
I kind of want to hear the Kim K diss track though.
Which one's the
too.
Kim K diss track?
Thank You, Amy.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We can do the Kim K diss track. That's what we'll do. You're our guest.
Okay.
You're our guest, so you get the final say.
Yeah.
You get the final pick. Let's hear it out. This Kim K diss track, allegedly, probably, and see what it's got. Ba-bam. Oh yeah, the capital letters, the Kim.
Yeah.
So subtle.
So subtle.
So subtle.
When I picture my hometown, there's a bronze spray tan statue of you and a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school, and it was always the same searing pain. But I dreamed that one day I could say, all that time you were throwing punches, I was building something. And I can't forgive the way you made me feel. Screamed fuck you, Amy, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal. And it wasn't a fair fight. or a clean kill each time that Amy stomped across my grave. And then she wrote headlines in the local paper, laughing at each baby step I take, and it was always the same. Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that she were dead. I push each boulder up the hill, your words are still just ringing in my head, ringing in my head. I wrote 1,000 songs that you find uncool. I built a legacy which you can't undo. But when I count the scars, there's a moment of truth that there wouldn't be this if there hadn't been you. I don't think you've changed much, and so I changed your name and any real defining clues. And one day, your kid comes home singing a song that only us two is gonna know is about you. 'Cause all that time you were throwing punches, it was all for nothing. And our town, it looks so small from way up here. Screams thank you, Amy, to the night sky, and the stars are stunning. 'Cause I can't forget the way you made me feel. Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that she were dead. So I pushed each boulder up that hill. Your words were still just ringing in my head, ringing in my head. Thank you, Amy.
Throwing punches, and what was the lyric that she said again? It was quite biting. All that time you were throwing punches, it was all for nothing. And she said, it looks like nothing from up here.
Yeah.
Like, damn,
Yeah.
damn.
Cold. That's a
Cold.
diss.
Looking down on her. Looking down on her.
That's a diss.
You know, I wonder why she went through, and you know, she often, as we know, Taylor has this habit of like, when she wants to sing about certain people, she'll throw other names in there.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder why she went through all that rigmarole just to like do what she did with the title. To be like, you know what, I'm going to say Amy, but I'm going to capitalize K-I-M.
People would have figured it out anyway, you know?
Right, with her fans?
Yeah.
With it, you don't need to spell it out.
Like,
You know, like, oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, happy 420. Happy 420,
happy
everybody.
420.
Nightmare blunt rotation. Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian,
And me.
and Amy. Yeah. All right. Well, it's been New Music Friday. It's been me. It's been ePod.